Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about SQL interview questions. SQL interview questions are very important. You are attending Intel interviews, you are attending Tableau interviews, or you are attending Power BI interviews. SQL will be part of the interview. Now, if you want to crack that set, which is a major, driving decision to whether to absorb you or not, this plays a very important role. Now, let us discuss what are the questions that are frequently asked and we will solve them. Okay, so if you are able to learn these questions, the chances of getting hired will definitely increase. Let us get started without wasting much time. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So the first question, repeated many times, multiple times in multiple companies, and it is being repeated from last many years. Finding the second highest salary in an employee table. Now it can be your second, first, third, and all. Like, let us prepare one common answer so that we can just tweak it during the interview. So I'm going to use rank function to find out the rank for each of my salary, and basing on whether it is a second rank or less than two rank or first rank, I'm just trying to I will just tweak this answer. So now what we need, second highest rate. So if I run this inner query, what does this give? It will give us rank for each of the salaries, right? Now I want second rank. Simply I can just run this and it will give me ranks. Because I'm using a rank, it is getting repeated. If I use dense rank, again the ranking will change, and based on that you will get the results. Like, say, how do you want to play when the rank or salary is getting repeated? Based on that, whether you can use rank function or dense rank function. So in the inner query, just find out the rank, and in outer query, just pull everything and where rank is equal to 2. That's it. Okay. Fetch all employees whose name contain letter A exactly twice. Now he need an employee in which A alphabet is being repeated twice. That is what he is expecting. So we can use this using a simple combination called as a like operator, and we're using percentage. So my percentage, it means it can start with anything, it can have anything, and then I want A first occurrence, and then I'm just again writing percentage. Again, I can have anything, and then I want A. After that, again, it can have anything, and this is what is. So in the entire string, I'm just mentioning A two times, which means it will give me any employees who have A as two times. So we have Adams, in which you see, if you observe, A and A, it is being repeated two times, like that. Okay. So you can also write this extra condition if at all you want to ensure that it is not three times, like that. Okay. So you can just write an extra condition and ename not like this. Just one extra condition. So the result should not change, but you are writing an extra condition, up to you. Okay. But we can use it like this. Retrieve only duplicate records from a table. So now this is again often repeated multiple times, where user wants to find out how can we find duplicate entries in my table. Write a query for that. So I can simply use select ename. First we need to identify on which dimension you're trying to identify whether a record is duplicate or not. So here I am trying to find out whether my record is duplicate or not on employee name. So count of star, what this will give, it will give me count of employee names repeated. Simple, right? So if I run this, if there are any entries or employees that are repeated twice, I will have the count as 2 here. Now when I use this condition having count greater than 1, which means if there are any employees that are being repeated twice, I will have count 2. So it just this will give me duplicate records. So there are no duplicate records in our EMP table. Now calculate a running total of a sales by date. Simple. Okay. So sales by date is assume is our one column. And then we have sales amount as amount column. Sum of sales over order by sales date as running date. Simple. Okay. So this is a date field. This is an amount field. I'm just using sum of sales over this. Okay. Very this thing. Find employees who earn more than average salary in their department. Again, this is one common question that has come multiple times. Okay. So first is what we need to find out, average salary per department, right? So in the inner query, if you see, I'm just trying to find out average salary. Okay. And then when I run this, for each department, I'm trying to check if this is greater than that or not. Who earn more than average salary in their department. Okay. First check, find out average salary. What is the average salary? 2073 is the average salary. Now we need to find out employees whose salary is more than this. So we can simply write employee name, e-name, salary, and department. I'm just bringing the columns that I need from EMP where salary is greater than average salary. Simple. Okay. So all of this is what it will give us average salary only, right? Now if I just run this, it should give us the employee whose salary is greater than 2073. Okay, so now find the most frequently occurring value in a column, which means a repetitive column, repetitive entry like that. So I can use department number or count of e name as a frequency. So what will this give for each of my department? How many employees are being there, or how many employees are there? Will give me. So if I just run this, so if you see in department 30, I have 6 employees, 20, 5 employees, 10, 3 employees, something like that. Okay. So now fetch records where the date is within the last date days from today. So we need like say last 7 days sale, or records where the date is within the last. So last 7 days we need. So what we need, select star from table name where your date column, current date will give this, or instead of this, we can let us ignore this. We can use this select star from your table name, your date column, it can be anything, and we can use a date function, date add of day minus 7 to get date. So get date is what, get date will give us current date. So if I run something like this, it should give me today's date, right? Now from I'm just subtracting minus 7 to this date, that's it. So it will give me all the data that is less than 7. And then count how many employees share the same salary. We need to find out the employees who have common salary. Okay, so select again same salary, count of e name as employee. Now see here, same concept we are trying to use multiple times. Here we have used the same concept to get it. Again, to find the frequency, we have used similar concept. Again, here also we have used, I think somewhere there should be here also a similar concept. Now, if you see here, concept is same, just how we are implementing or how we are finding or how we are explaining. Based on that, we can answer. So now, if you know only this concept, we would have answered 3 questions. Okay, so remember that point. Okay, where is that? Okay, so count how many employees share the same salary. If I just simply run this, so if you see here, 1250 is shared by 2 employees. Okay, and then we have 3000 is being shared by 2 employees, like that. Okay, so select the star from okay, this is not, fetch the top 3 records for each group in a table. Okay, so we want to find out top 3 records for each group, or we can just do it uh, per department also. This is the top 3. Now again, if you need this per department, partition by department number. Okay, so and I can just do maybe 2, I will do just for this sake. Now for each department we'll have to 10, we have to. Okay, I'll just use a dense rank here. Okay, so in 10 we have 2, again in 20 we have 2, and then in 30 we have 0. Or we can also use unique rank to have unique ranks. Unique rank I think is not there. Okay, so we'll use just rank. Now, next question is retrieve products that were never sold. So we want to find out a list of the products that were never sold. We can use simply this SQL, select from products, joining on sales table, where product ID from product table is equal to product ID from sales table. Okay, and where the product ID from sales table is null. It will give us the products that were never sold. Okay, so now this were like medium level. Okay, now we are going to little challenging level. Like say this is little advanced. Okay, maybe we need to prepare a little on this. challenging level. Retrieve customers who made their first purchase in the last 6 months. Now, this type of question we have solved in maybe Tableau many times. Like, so what do we need to find out? We need to find out customers who have purchased between the last 6 months, right? So first I'm getting customers from my customer table, and then what I'm doing, I'm trying to find out my sale date, minimum sale date, and it should be greater than my month of 6 minus 6. I mean, month from date part, I'm just trying to take month and doing minus from my current date. Okay, which means my this sale date should be greater than my last 6 months. That's it. Okay, so I'm trying to find out that. So you can just understand the concept here. Okay, maybe we will not be able to remember all of them unless we on a practice it. But you need to get this idea. Okay, I need to use a data add function. I need to use maybe have minimum sales date to find out that something like that. So when you start building like that, you will be able to write these queries and get the solution. Okay, so that is retrieving customers who made the first purchase in the last 6 months. Now pivot a table to convert rows into columns. This was again questions that was asked multiple times in multiple interviews. Now assume I have employee name and a salary. I'm just taking hire date, month of hire date, which means converting my hire date into month format and just naming it as sales month or a salary month. Now if I just run this, I'll get uh, employee name, salary, and month of this. Now we want to convert this into rows to columns. Right now I'm just using pivot is a function that will convert your rows to columns. Okay, sum of salary per salary in month, whatever the numbers are there, I'm just trying to specify. If I run this now see here, in first month it is, in second month it like that. Now you might be getting confused why it is one and all. Now remember we have taken higher date, so it is technically a higher date. So month of higher date it is taking, so you need to take the correct date in your real time. Here just for explanation purpose I have taken higher date. So actually this guy was hired in January. Okay, indirectly. Okay, so but it has converted that because we have used that as our date field here. So next is calculate the percentage sales in sales a month over month. Okay. Now we need again sales, month over month sales we need. Now what is that mean? We need current month sales, we need previous month sales, and then current minus previous by previous into 100. Simple logic, right? So I'm just taking my month of sales and my year of sales, two parts. Third one is what? I'm just taking sales here. So what does this will give? This will give us a current year sales, right? Or current month sales, whatever. Now I'm just using lag here function. Lag function means what? Your previous value. Okay. Current means it will give us this one. Lag means it will go to previous. Now lag of sum of sales over order by, I'm just specifying this as previous month sales. So I'm using year part and month part to be very specific. Okay. We will get previous month sales. Now once you get this, it is simply applying the logic. That's it. Okay, you see current month sales minus my previous month sales by previous month into 100. Simple. In Tableau also we used to do same thing, right? In Power BI also you used to do same. Just remember the same concept here. That is the same thing we need to apply. Your current month sales, previous month sales. How can we get previous month sales? Using lag function. Simple. Use lag function to get your previous month sales and just simply subtract those two to get the percentage sales. Okay. Next is find the median salary. Median means what? Average is different, median is different. Median means your middlemost value. I mean, if I try to speak in very layman term, median means middlemost value. So here we can use a simple calculation to find out that. We can either use CTE, select a row number over or this thing to find out the 1500 is our median salary. Now what are we doing here? So let us just run this inner value and we'll check. Okay. So first we are taking row number and we are taking total values 14. Okay. Count star over to as total. So in employee table, we have got 14 rows, right? And then for each of the records, it is trying to give us the number. Now I'm just trying to find out average salary as median salary. Okay. From whatever the calculation we have written here. Okay. Where row number in floor total rows plus one. Okay. Comma total rows by this one. So it will calculate and it will give us the middlemost value. Okay. So I can also use this another example for you. Let us run this. So again, your salary rank with respect to ascending, with respect to descending, and average salary or median salary. This is your median salary. Okay. And if I run this, it should get okay. So we got 1500 same here. Okay. So next is fetch all users who logged in consecutively for 3 days or more. So I want to find out list of employees who have logged in for 3 days or more, which means what we need to find out current day, and previous day plus one, 3 days, right? So how can I get with login data? I'm just naming that as login data. Select user ID because we need per employee or per user. I want to first find out login date. This will give me current login date. So login date lag of means what? Like I said, it will go to previous value, right? So I'll just check for previous value if he is present or not. Partition by user ID, order by login date. If I'm able to see minimum date, then that is previous login. Like that, if it is two, I mean, I'm just taking one more and that will be previous login date. Okay. So if I do this, I'll get all the logins by the user. Then I'll just use select a distinct user ID from login data. Just I'm using where date diff of day of previous login and login date is equal to 1. Previous means what? Current date minus previous date here. And again, previous comma previous login is equal to 1. So I'm just trying to find out if there are any employees. This will give us the uh, list of employees who have logged in for 3 days. Okay. Delete duplicate records while keeping one occurrence. Like say we know how to find out duplicate record. Now we need to find out how to delete those, right? So I can use this function to find out how many employees are being repeated. First one. Okay. If there are more than one, I'll just delete that simply. So first to find out if there are anything. So in row number, if you check, nothing is there. But using this delete from employee where employee ID in, select employee ID from CD where row number is equal to greater than 1. So from this, I'm just trying to find out row number 1 and I'm just deleting 1 from there. Okay. Calculate the ratio of sales between two categories. So we need to find out two categories, whatever is there, and then we need to find out sales ratio. So here I've taken an example for you. Like department number 10 is there, 20 is there. I want to find out sales ratio between them. How can I do? Sum of case when department number is equal to 10, then salary for that. Same likewise salary for that. Okay. So if I just run this, 0.80 is our sales ratio in between these two departments. Okay. A by B, simple sales ratio. Okay. And then again, a recursive query to generate an hierarchical structure. This is little complex. So we can use this calculation to find out the hierarchy function. Next one is, okay, find gaps in sequential numbering within a table. If at all you want to find out if there are any missing numbers in your table, how will you do that? We can simply use this function. Like say I want to find out, generally we give employee numbers, right? I want to find out if there are any missing numbers. Okay. So I'm just trying to find out employee number plus one as missing number. I have 100. Then I will check if 100 plus 1 is available or not. If that is not available, that is a missing number. Okay. From EMP1, left to join I'm doing on employee table on EMP plus 1 is equal to employee number, which means whatever the plus number is there, I'm trying to check if that is available or not. Where E2 dot employee is null. Okay. And then if I do this, it will give me these are the numbers that are missing. Okay. Missing employee numbers. Next one is a split a comma separated string into individual rows using SQL. Okay, we want to separate a string that is comma separated. This is a string that is a comma separated. Now we want to split this into rows, like how pivot does. Okay, we can use a string split function to calculate that. Okay, so if I simply run this, what is doing? It is splitting this Elias, Bob, Charlie, and David, which are comma separated into rows here. Okay, like that we can do. Okay, so this were your challenging problems. Next is advanced problems. These are like complex problems. Okay, so till here I think it should be our medium part is okay. The first part is something that we all can do. Okay, medium level, this is something we all can do. Challenging level, I understand we need preparation in some part. Focus on your pivots, deleting duplicates, and lead and lag functions. These are important if you're going for L2 and all. These 3 to 4 topics are very important. You need to focus on that. Now let us see the challenging part or the complex part. Let us see where is that advanced problem here. Okay, rank products by sales in descending order for each region. I want to rank my products. Again, this is easy. Okay, so maybe it came in advanced problem, but this is something that we have solved already. Okay, I want to find or sort my salary for each department and for each employee with respect to EMP. If I speak, then there is something I can write. So what is it doing? Ranking my employees by salary in descending order for each department, which means for each of my department, it is trying to sort my salary in descending order. So you can write this if at all you want, or if he's asking specifically with respect to EMP table, then you can use it. Simple. Okay. Select department number, employee name, and salary, 3 columns that you need, and a rank function. So if you remember, see, observe how many times we have used the rank function. I think 4 times we have used the rank function so far, or more than 5. Okay. Next is fetch all employees whose salaries fall within top 10% of their department. Okay, we can use a percentage rank to find out that. Okay, simply we can run this and we'll give. So only what is important here is this percentage rank. If you know the concept, that is enough. Rest is again very similar. Percent of rank over partition by department number, order by salary and descending. Okay, same calculation we have written n number of times. Here we have written. Here we have written. Okay, so again on the top, if you go many times, here we have written. Right. See again same we have written. So just a partition by concept, if you remember, that's it. 70% of the questions you will be able to answer. Okay. So next is identify the orders placed during business hours. I want to find out how many orders were placed during business hours. Very important and very tricky question. Simple. Select star from table name, date part of hours I'm taking, and my order time. I want to find out the time in which order was placed. That should be between 9 and 17. Now, based on how the date is in your real time, you can just adjust this. Here he said 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Right? So I'm just trying to correct that. Okay. It should be 18. 6 is 18, right? Okay. Like that I can do. Okay. Count of users active both on weekdays and weekends. Again, this is one important question that can be asked. So I want to find out whether the user was active on uh, both weekdays and weekends, and which means he's continuously working. So I'm taking my user ID from activity. Assume in this we have the information of when the user is logging in and all. So group by that I'm doing. So having a weekday. So this is the function that you need to find out. So for weekdays and weekends we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is your weekdays, and 1 and 7 are weekend. So you need to just find out how this is repeating or this is giving when it is using date part, this and this. Based on that, you can try to get that. Retrieve customers who made purchase across different regions. At least 3 regions. We can use this function. Select customer ID from orders, group by customer, having distinct category, ID greater than 3. Okay, if you use this, you should be able to get the list of customers who have placed order in at least three different categories. Which means, see, if we take category, which means what? This category is common, right? Category ID is common. So for a customer, if this is becoming three times, which means what he has played in these three countries or three places like that. Okay, so you need to remember the concept again here. I hope this has given you some understanding of how the questions we are getting or what are the common questions. I'll be pasting the link of this document that I have discussed in the description box. Please go and check it out. And you can, if you want to download, you can download it out. And I hope this will be helpful for you for your interview preparation. If it does, do give it a thumbs up, and do mention in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.